Hi, welcome to week 3 of our Biology Tube online learning adventure. This one's from Monday, April 27th to Friday, May 1st. And this week we're going to be learning about fish inside and out. Today you're watching this video and you're going to color the external diagram for the virtual fish dissection. Do not panic. I'm not expecting you to have a full set of art supplies. Okay, I'll give an explanation at the end, but just don't sit through this video worrying, okay? Okay. Tuesday and Wednesday, watch the video Inside a Fish, so that's the second video for the week, and color the internal diagram for the virtual fish dissection. I'd like to have all your diagrams done by Wednesday. On Thursday, read about fish in CK12. I changed the way CK12 works to make it easier for you to turn things in, I think, and to give you credit for each part, okay? So when you're done reading, just click Turn In at the top. So while you read, it'll say Turn In at the top of your screen. Just click that when you're done reading. That's your assignment for Thursday, is just to read about it, okay? And then on Friday, I want you to go back into CK12 and do the fish quiz. Of course, you could do them both Thursday, do them both Friday, but make sure you click Turn In on the reading part when you're done reading. And then the quiz, I set it up this way so that I could pick the questions, okay? So there's 10 questions, but I picked them to be questions that I've talked about in my videos and that I know are easy to find in the reading to try to make it a little bit more straightforward for you, okay? So you're going to read about the fish on Thursday, do the little quiz about it on Friday. You can even take it twice. So if you want to take that little quiz on Thursday when you're done reading, then you can look at your score and take it over again if you need to on Friday. So by Wednesday, I'd like you to be done with all the coloring the diagrams and turn those in. And by Friday, I'd like you to read about the fish and take the quiz. That's two separate things. You have to click Turn In on both of them, but it lets me give you credit for reading and credit for doing the quiz, okay? And the fish dissection diagrams are 3 points. And then reading and taking the quiz is 2 points. So that's your 5 points for the week. All right. Fish at a glance. We're going to be looking at the external and just introducing the concept of fish in this video. Fish are adapted to aquatic life. Aquatic means living in the water. So some fish live in the ocean, others live in fresh water, but they all live in water. That's one of their defining features. And everything about them, especially the things that are different from the rest of us vertebrates, is there because they live in water, is adapted to the water. So their long tapered body shape without arms and legs coming off of it in the same way that we have, that shape is good for swimming. They're adapted to aquatic life. Okay, also their scales, their fins, and their senses are specialized to what they need as water-living creatures. The scales lower the friction between the fish and the water around it. So not only do they have a nice tapered shape to get through the water, but the scales help water slide over their bodies without slowing them down. Scales are protection between parasites that want to live on the outside of fish and predators that want to eat them. Scales are very helpful in keeping those things under control and keeping the fish protected. Not only are they tough, but they're also flexible, which lets the fish move its body in ways that arthropods can only move at their joints on the exoskeleton. The fish has a tough covering like they do, but because the little scales are all separate, it can still bend and flex its body. The fins are for steering and propelling the fish forward. So steering means which way you're going, and propelling means going forward. So they help it speed up in the water and control the direction it's moving. Now, different fins have different names. Pectoral fins are behind the head on either side, kind of where, if you know where pectoral muscles are, they're the chest muscles on a person. So you can see they're kind of where the arms are on a person or where the wings are on a bird. Those are the pectoral fins. Okay, then the first dorsal and second dorsal fins are along the spine of the fish on its top. Okay, down below, on the end, you have the caudal fin. Okay, and then you could see the other fins down here. So each fin has its own name, and when we get to our assignment, you'll be naming and coloring some of those fins. All right, Fish senses are adapted to life in water. They have a lot of the same senses that we do, but some of their organs are a little specialized for it. In particular, I want you to notice the eyes are for seeing, but fish eyes are adapted to see in the water, and fish that move in the daytime tend to actually be able to see color even better than we can, even though they're in water. Vibration and movement they can sense by the sensory organ system that runs down their sides. It's called the lateral line system. It's shown in most diagrams as a dotted line because it's not easy to see with your naked eye on the fish, so they draw a little dotted line on there so you could see where it goes. And you'll see that on your diagrams too. Hearing, different fish have different methods for hearing. You won't see an ear on a fish, but different fish have organs and features that are specialized to allow them to hear. So fish can hear. And they have taste buds, more or less similar to ours, to be able to taste what's coming into their mouth as well. Fish are a really diverse and really important group. Yes, there's my very important fish for you to look at. They are the most diverse group of vertebrates. Get this, more than half of all the vertebrate species that exist are different species of fish, okay? They're also really useful to people. A lot of people eat fish for food. In some communities, that is the main way that they get their protein. In others, it's something, tasty to have once in a while. And of course, there are some groups of people that don't really eat fish at all or not often. Fishing, besides fishing to get food, fishing is also considered a sport or a recreation that a lot of people do, for relaxation or to compete with each other and things like that. And finally, people love to display fish in aquarium. So like the Camden Aquarium, things like that, places people could go to see different kinds of fish, as well as some people keep aquariums in their home. So those are some of the reasons that fish are, worth studying and are relevant and important to humans. All right, last but not least, I want to give you some specifics on that fish assignment. Okay, were you panicking because you didn't have art supplies? Because remember, I told you not to panic about that. This does not require a printer or any art supplies. On my next slide, I have 3 specific different ways you can do it. If none of those ways looks good to you, reach out to me because I actually probably have a 4th and 5th and 6th backup plan for you. Our goal is find a fish part on the picture, color it in, then underline or color the name on the list to match. So here's an example. M on the list was I. So I underlined that in blue and I colored the I blue. Okay, I also colored the letters. You don't have to do that if that's not easy for you. I was working on a touch screen. That worked pretty well. I know a lot of you have a touch screen, on your phone or some kind of tablet around the house, something like that. That's one option. Okay, you can also use pencil and paper or use just the Chromebook itself if that's what you've got. Okay. For paper and pencil or crayons or markers or pens or one of each, if you have at least 5 different colors or ways of making patterns, so if you're artistic and you could get creative and say, okay, all I have is a pencil, but I could do polka dots in one spot and I could do hash marks in another spot and one I could color in and one I could just do the outline. If you could come up with 5 different things that I could see what they are, you're good. So if you've got 5 things to color with and a piece of paper, either print or trace the diagram, okay, match up like I just described, and then scan or take a photo and upload it. On a phone or tablet, you can download the diagram or screenshot it. I'll put a couple different versions up that I think are better for printing or for using on a screen and things like that. So download the diagram or screenshot it. If it's easier for you to edit a screenshot on your phone, just screenshot it, however that works, and mark it, edit it up with your finger. Color in the features and underline them on the list or circle them on the list. Then save that and upload it to Schoology. Even if you normally use Schoology on your computer, you may want to grab the app to, if you have a file on your phone, you're trying to get up into Schoology, or email yourself the file and then you can get onto it from the Chromebook and put it in Schoology. And if you're on the Chromebook, download the diagram. I found a website that lets you color things, sketch.io/sketchpad. I'll put that link in the assignment description as well. So if you download the file, you upload it into the Sketchpad, it'll let you color. I was using the pen tool and the tool that says Pixel Fill. We're both working pretty well in terms of how to color it using that program. And then you click export to save it and you would upload it into Schoology. Okay, I'll put separate directions for each of those in the assignment. And like I said, if you're not sure what to do, let me know. I'll help you decide which one will work. Honestly, I would go with phone or tablet as probably the easiest one that many people can do. But if you have art supplies, it is really nice and relaxing to color something. So you may want to print it out or trace it, do it on paper. It's easy enough to take a picture of the paper and send that to me. And on the Chromebook, it works. I tried it on the school Chromebook, so I knew the program would work for you and everything like that. Okay? If you need any help, let me know. My hope is this is a calm, relaxing activity. There is an answer key, so you don't have to worry if you can't figure out which fin is the anal fin, okay, and things like that. There's an answer key. What you're doing is just taking time to follow it and color code everything so that you're getting to see what all these parts are. Yeah, I'll be perfectly honest. I use a little app where you like click and color by number as just kind of a way to unwind. This is going to be like that. Okay, except you're also learning the names of fish parts while you do it. So the external diagram is the one you see here. The internal diagram has a little bit more parts, but you have 3 days to color those and send them to me. All right, take care, everybody. I will see you in my next video.